Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. Hey, everyone. How is everyone today? I said, how is everyone today? So I got a little sniffle. How is everyone? I'm still trying to work on this lighting. Maybe I'm just sitting too close up on the camera because I got these lights all the way dim. Focus on me. Okay. So just giving everybody time to get in. We got people here on 2 different Facebook pages and YouTube, and there should be some people coming in from Instagram as well. So let me tell you something. This person right here, Almeda, I hope I'm saying your name right. This girl has been here since 6 o'clock. I saw I saw it. You were up here at 6 o'clock and you said, hey, I'm so here for it, lady. And I saw you at 6 o'clock. So I'm like, dang, I'm not even, let me put on something because I'm not even ready. So hello. Hey, Elizabeth. Hello. How are you? Tabitha said, good vibes. That's right. Good vibes, honey. Good vibes. Minding Minds. One of our moderators said, hey, everyone, the video will be starting shortly. Make sure you are subscribed. You are on it, girl. Did you get your stuff in the mail? because I sent it out. I sure did. I sent both packages out, so you should have it. I hope you do. Hey, and thank you so much, Minded Minds. Hey, Noreen, how are you? Noreen is on it too. She's like one of the first ones in here. Hey, New Star Nails, how are you? We got Keeping Nettie. Hey, how are you? Keeping Nettie, I need a picture up there. Hola, North Carolina here. Slania, hi. How are you? QT731. Hello. Wait, did I send you a package too? I think I did. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I'm gonna go through these hellos, but hey, Tiffany, because you said grateful. I'm feeling grateful too. Hey, Lynn Dreams. She said hello, everyone. Okay. Hey, sis. Hey. So I'm gonna tell you, I might stand up a little bit because I'm in a lot of pain. I was in so much pain. I haven't really slept. And that has been happening a lot, especially since I was in that car accident. So I just can't find a good position to sleep in. So I actually made an emergency visit today to get some adjustments from the chiropractor. And they had to do some extra stuff on my back because I'm just like, sometimes you don't feel the results right away. And then I think my back it's not as numb anymore. So now I'm feeling the pain from the accident even more because numbing is coming off. So I'm just like, I'm not a lot of pain, but I'm very uncomfortable. So, yeah. So Miss Pinky said, "How is everyone? Hello. I got a question for you all." And we're still in this quarantine, and you see, like today, I'm like, I have time. So what should I do? I'm gonna create a new intro video. So I'm gonna keep it always fresh. I'm gonna try to always keep it fresh and exciting for everyone. So I just wanted to know really quick, how many of you all plan on taking the vaccine? I just want to know. Because I got my answer, but I just wanted you could just say we don't have to debate about it. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking everyone. You plan on taking the vaccine? You taking the vaccine? What we gonna do, y'all? I'm reading these comments. They were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I was just wondering because I was reading someplace earlier and it was like, yes, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. And then so you all are saying like, nope, I don't trust them. No. I wish I had that video where it say hell to the no, to the no, to the no. You said nope. Gonna wait for the glitches to be fixed. Cough. Tuskegee. Cough. I posted that on Facebook earlier. I'm gonna wait a minute. My viewpoint on things, Rona not random, and there's a plot twist. I think the plot is gonna thicken in 2021. I think everybody thinks that things are gonna get better in 2021. I think in 2021, what we're gonna see the dust settle. And it's not gonna just settle into this perfect little blanket. It's gonna be a lot of little fires that need to be put out. Hey, Everlasting Life. Personally, I don't plan on taking it, but I'm on a temporary assignment teaching cause. And in high school, and it may be required, so I'm hung in the balance. You said, yeah, I made it. I was recording my own videos. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming to watch my live. Hey. QT Social Club. Hi. You said, had to take a break from state law review and look at what I find. That's right, me. Hello. So it's funny because that's what's happening. I know someone who works in the education field and they are not planning to return to work, even if it's required of them. And they've already told them, like, hey, if you don't take it, then you're going to have to take an unpaid leave of absence. So she's making preparations to do so. And I think that we're going to find that a lot of people in not so much healthcare because they've been going to work anyway, but we're going to see some things with that in the education system. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a few lawsuits pop up behind this because some people feel like it's violating their constitutional rights, So this is going to be year 2021 to me. It's going to be very interesting. My take on it is you go first. And that's my real take on it. I never even had a flu shot before. Never. I've never had a flu shot ever. Mm-mm. But I rarely get sick. And I'm not comparing that to coronavirus. I'm just telling you why I never took a flu shot. I don't get sick that much, and I'm not a germaphobe. So I feel like my immune system, knock on some what's some wood? What's some wood? Oh my god, I can't find wood. But I'm gonna say I think my immune system is pretty strong because I'm not a germaphobe. So I expose my body to germs all the time with what I do. So I just feel like it has to be something really aggressive to get me. So I never took it. With this coronavirus vaccine, I don't feel like they've had enough time to do the proper testing. And with different case scenarios, what about pregnant women? What about women who may be pregnant, may think they're pregnant? There could be a lot of residual effects. I've been told by a nurse that one of the side effects that they're trying to keep on the hush hush is Bell's palsy, and I have a lot of nurse friends. So I'm just like, you go first. I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I'm just not. I'm sorry. You go first. You can step in front of me, girl. I don't have nowhere to go today. Go ahead. Go ahead. Matter of fact, I gotta go back to my car for something. You go ahead. Go ahead. That's gonna be me, okay? That is going to be me. That is going to be me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I love a good class action suit. So if they have some class action suits, don't sleep on the class action suits, okay? Those little checks, they come in when you least expect it. And I've gotten class action suit checks as large as like over in the thousands before. I've gotten hundreds, like 700, 800, 1700. Do not sleep on class action suits. I'm just saying, I was just wondering how everybody felt. You said, I feel they're going to make it hard not to take it. Maybe no flight travel and job requirements. Yeah, and I feel like by then they should have flushed through a lot of things because another thing I've heard about is the temperature requirements are very ticky. And so while they may be coming out of the warehouse in the proper temperature, you have a whole line. You have a whole line of people that this has to pass through. And you don't know if people are taking the proper precautions because this is a new procedure, it's all new. So I just want you go first, like I'm gonna let them work the kinks out. My name is not lab rat. Okay. That's just how I feel. And yes, I said class action suit. Y'all better read y'all emails. When you see something about class action in your emails, click on it and fill it out because those little checks come in the mail when you least expect it. I always fill them out. I'm waiting on 2 right now. And 1 is going to be significant. Okay. I'm going to get to the case study. I worked at a pharmacy in early childhood, and they both made me show proof of shots. Nothing new to me, but I might wait a couple months to see how others do. Yeah, I don't know. We are last for everything, so I don't believe they care about us enough to let us go first. You see they had on camera. But they even said themselves are still trying to figure some things out. Yeah, because that one vaccine taking care of all the strains of it. Because you all know Debo, God rest in peace. Bring your angel home, Debo. Debo passed away, and they said that he had COVID. Then he was over it, but he felt like he was getting it again. And he went home. He wasn't feeling good. He was in the house. He said he felt like he was catching it, corona all over again. He died. It wasn't, So they don't really know enough. This is scary. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move on to the case study. I don't know how many of you all listen to the other one, to the other video that I had, but it's really, really simple. What I'm gonna do is just play, and I already have it marked. Okay, I already have it marked. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Make sure I'm doing this right. Straightforward. Here it goes. You have a client that's scheduled for 1 p.m. Your client shows up at 12:55 p.m. for the appointment. You are not ready to take them yet, so you let them know that you will bring them in to work on them at 1 p.m. The client says, okay, and then they get in their car and they text you that they will be leaving because they feel you are unprofessional and they do not want to be serviced by you. It's just that simple. So what do you do in this circumstance? Who was right? Who was wrong? Did you all hear that? Just let me know. Let me know if I did that right. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Focus on me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. See, a lot of people, they cut that note off way too soon. Did you all hear the case study? Basically, it's really, really, really simple. Client's appointment was at 1 o'clock. They showed up at 12:55. You said, I'm going to bring you in at 1 o'clock to service you. I'm still working. I'm finishing up. I'm bringing you at 1 o'clock. Client said, okay, went to their car and texted you and said, you know what? I'm leaving because you're not professional and I don't want to be serviced by you. And this is a real life scenario. But the reason why I posted this as the case study this week is because, like I said, on Facebook and some of these groups, I read things and I'm just like, wow, I want to hear. I have a lot of this stuff happen to me and I'm just wondering, do people still go through these things? So that has happened to me, but I saw it in a group last week. I said this will be a good case study. So it's really simple, really, really simple. So let's move into the questions. Okay, here's the first one. What is the problem here? What is the problem? Can you all tell me, what do you think the problem was? The appointment was at the appointment was at 1 o'clock. The person showed up at 12:55. You went and told them, hey, I'm going to bring you in to work on you at 1 o'clock at your appointment time. Client says, okay. They go back to their car. Then they text you, say they're going to go ahead and leave. They think you're unprofessional and they leave. So what is the problem? If you don't think there is no problem, just type no problem. But what is the problem here? What is the issue with this case? So, I'm going to give you some time. Let's think about it. Somebody said, what time was the appointment? The appointment was at 1 o'clock. The client basically showed up 5 minutes early. The client came 5 minutes early just to make it easier. There's no trickery on that. Because, I'd be like, aha, y'all didn't think about this. I gotcha. No, there is no gotcha this week. The appointment was at 1. They showed up 5 minutes early. So let me see what people are saying here. There shouldn't have been a problem. No problem. Both wrong. Text should be 15 minutes early, but I hate that clients are quick to cancel, to cancel and want refunds, etc. I know what you're saying. You said there was no problem because you still need to get the other client and get prepared for the next client. I believe she was being very impatient. It wasn't 1 yet. Plus, it's COVID time. Why are you here early? I need to sanitize. The service was beginning at their appointment time. Yeah, the appointment was at 1. She said, I'll bring you up at 1. Client said, I'm leaving. The client needs to understand that the appointment times are in place for a reason. So even though it was 5 minutes, it was 5 minutes of someone else's time. Mm, 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 mm. No problem, especially if you're home based. I work on one client at a time in their designated time slot. Mm, mm. Y'all schooling me today. Yes, Miss Pinky, well, I need to disinfect the area. I wasn't even gonna say now, I wasn't because I knew I was gonna get saturated. I said, oh my gosh, she done used the word sanitize. Somebody said sanitize. And you know how I am about the word sanitize and disinfect. I don't want to just because we have a lot of new people that are watching, I just want to make sure. So a lot of people in here are taking state board exams and everything, and I just want us to really hunker down. Disinfect is for inanimate objects, sanitize is for skin. So I don't know what that comment was, but it was like it just made me flash back a little bit. It shouldn't be a problem. Things happen where the tech has no control, such as client before her could have been late for their appointment. Yeah. And you said yes, Mimi. Okay. Okay. So that's funny because did you all see the other video? And I just made that little skit because we in Corona and I got a lot of time, right? So I'm like, oh, let me, I'm always trying to up my editing skills and all of that. I've really gotten good, I think. But I said, let me make this little video because that is the thing. Clients think one thing and it's really something else going on. Like it's really something else. But they do think that we're staring out the window. It's a lovely day, filling candy and looking out the window. Are they here yet? That looks like her car. I think they think, and if you're doing a good job, clients should feel like they're your only client if you're doing a good job. But what we're going to do, see, everybody thinks differently. What we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the next question, shall we? Who is at fault? Who, if anyone, is at fault in this scenario? Who, if anyone, is at fault? I'm going to give you some time to answer that. Think about it. Think about it. Who is at fault here? If you say neither, just say neither or no one. Let's go. Let's see. I got a little twist on this. You said it shouldn't be a problem. Things happen where the tech has no control, such as the client before her could have been late for their appointment. This is why I try to space the clients at least 30 to 45 minutes apart for cleaning and preparation. QT Social Club said, in her opinion, no one is at fault. Tabitha said the same thing. No one is at fault. Same thing here. Tiffany said, no one. There's no one. Nobody is at fault. Okay. Well, okay. I'm listening to everything because I'm gonna throw something in because this is leading up to something. So I'm gonna move ahead to the next question here. It's funny. I'm telling you, every time we do these case studies, someone has something different. No one ever says the same thing. Like it's always someone saying, see, Noreen said no one's at fault. So people never fully all like on the same page ever. And the thing about it is when you're dealing with the public, this is good to know. Even if you work in McDonald's, anywhere you work, you got to know when you're dealing with other people, everyone doesn't think like you, period. So that's really the biggest thing out of everything. So we got a whole bunch. We got one more. I'm gonna read this one too. The client is, because technically your appointment is at 1, not 12:55, the client should not be mad. This has happened to me before. And then Elizabeth said the client. So we got a whole bunch of no ones And then we have 2 people saying no, the client. See? So I'm going to move on to the next question. I'm just trying to get your mind wrapping around this scenario, because if you continue to be in this industry, hair, makeup, nails, anything in the beauty industry, barber, anything, you will, men are different from women, but you will run into this. You will eventually, probably, hopefully not, but probably run into this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get up the next question. Let me find it here. Where am I? I got too much stuff up here. What would you do differently? Okay. So what would you do differently? The case is very straightforward. Appointment is at 1, client shows up at 12:55. You say, hey, I'm going to bring you to work on you at 1 o'clock over here. And she says, okay. She goes to her car. She texts you and say, I'm leaving. You're a professional. I don't want to be serviced by you. Somebody else said, the client. You said, I don't really feel it's a fault, but more of a miscommunication. You need to have guidelines for these situations. Is it a situation? It was clear. Your appointment is at 1. Your appointment is at 1. So I'm just saying the appointment is at 1 o'clock. I'm just saying. No one else has to say anything to say about that. Do we need, I didn't give anybody time to think or type out what they wanted to say. I mean, like, here you go. Okay. Miss Pinky just sitting here laughing. Muni, wait. That's the old man. Whoa, nigga. Whoa. Hold on now. I feel really, I'm sleep deprived. I'm sleep deprived. Miss Pinky laughing. Just set the expectation. I say, say I want you to have the best clean service. She would have been like, okay. And she would have went to her car and text you and said, I'm leaving. What would you do differently? Was it the client's first time coming to you? Clients want to feel all special. Yeah, they do. Everybody want to feel special. And the funny thing is, I think a lot of my clients don't really think I have a lot of clients. And that's a good thing, because I do try to make people feel special, and I do remember stuff, and I have personal little relationships with not every client, but a lot of them. Like we hang out, all of that. So I think that a lot of people forget that I'm still running the business, because we talk kiki and we get a little personal a lot. And so at the end of the day, I think a lot of them, because it's their leisure, they forget that I'm still working, but I just happen to like you as a person. So we're cool. So it blurs the lines in a weird way. And I think that should be made a case study. Some type of way. A lot that can be made a case study a lot of ways. But not even a miscommunication. Yeah, the appointment was at 1. If I was ready, I would just take her. If I wasn't, I'll explain that I will be ready for appointment time that you need to prepare in between services. I would have not done anything different. Would kindly just remind the client that her appointment was at 1 o'clock. So I'm cleaning and prepping the area for your special appointment time with me. We don't have to tell them maybe we need to take a pee or bite of food. Ha ha. Exactly. But I'm gonna hold it in. It's all how you word it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get it. So, okay, everybody got that, and they're, what would you do differently? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you all get to this last question real quick. See, this doesn't have to be a long one, but if anyone has any questions or anything, we could do a really quick live case study. But here is the last. What can we learn from this case study? What can we learn from this case study? And on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a second because it's simple, but it's something you all, like most case studies, it's something just because I've been through a lot of this stuff. It's like some of these questions, I was trying to get something out of you. And that's why I wanted to come out right here. What can we learn from this case study? Okay. So please answer. And then I'm going to come back in a second. Okay. What can we learn from this case study? Because it's simple, but it's not as simple as you think. I want to see where your mind is going with this. So, yep. So we left off as all how you worded. So Buff 3D Nail said, you came off Instagram. I saw you say, girl, I'm gonna be there. Hey. You should not be mad over 5 minutes. If you don't want to continue being my client, I would tell her politely to have a nice life. I don't need petty in my chair. You can't make all of them happy. Mm-hmm. Block off enough time in between clients so there is not a misunderstanding. That client has some issues. It's funny because I know who the veteran nail techs are from what I know. And it's funny, their answers are interesting. 5 minutes can cause more trouble than I thought. Mm-hmm. That everyone doesn't have the same perception of time. Yep. What I can learn from it is not who's right or wrong that counts, but how the client feels. Even if you are right, you won't stop the client from leaving. Time management, but also that everyone is not going to be your ideal client and don't have to be. You can fire your clients in a nice way. Goes both ways. I tell people that with any job. You go on a job interview for these salons or any job, you interviewing them as well, because don't never ever be so hard for money, even when you are. Like, make sure it's a good fit, because if you're miserable in a situation, the money, it's always like a similar way that may be a little better. So you always got to ask your questions too. Everything ain't a good fit. Everyone has a different view of things. There's no telling what day that person is having. Okay. Yep. I agree. I agree. So I know y'all like, okay, we done did all that, so that's it. But I got one more question. I got one. one more important question, because you know how I run my business, right? So, in this case scenario, y'all already know how I run my business. So, I have a deposit on file for this client because you cannot book with me without a deposit. So, you put down a deposit. Your appointment was at 1 o'clock. See, this is the part nobody mentioned that. I'm like, they're not thinking about the big part. The big decision is, do I charge this client's card? Because now it's 1 o'clock and I'm ready for them, and they jumped in their car and left. This actually has happened to me more than once. Should I charge their card? Now, this is something I struggle with, and I handled it the same way both times, but um that's the real question. Do you charge this person's card? Because we should be collecting something on file to protect us. Because this is not even a situation where the person is late. This is a situation where the person is too early and they got upset because you couldn't let them, they couldn't hop right in your chair. So what do you do? Do you charge the card? Now, you all know I love fruit snacks, so I got to get me a couple of snacks to read these because I want to see, did I make the right decision here? Did I make the right decision? I'm putting my left hand. You know I'm a lefty. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you might want to remember that, though, to win a prize in the future. Let's read these comments. Let's see what people got to say. Do you charge that card? Because you got that card on file, baby. You know I talk about getting a card on file, even if you don't charge deposits, because deposits can be tricky and everybody don't have the money at the time they want a book. But you should be getting something to secure you. Okay? The appointment was at 1 o'clock. You was ready at 1 o'clock. Should you be charging that card? Swipe, swipe. Decisions. Let's see. Let's see what you all got to say. Let's go up to the top here. There's a lot of comments here. Huh. I'm serious. Like, I want to know. Because when these things happen to me, I was like, oh my God. I probably baked up a whole tank before I did what I did. Oh my God, this is empty too. It is empty. Just grab my little juice. Let me see. Time management, but also that everyone is not. Oh, okay, wait. Perception of time has nothing to do with specific appointments on the books. Absolutely charge the card. Hell yeah, charge them. Yes, definitely charge. Charge it. Yes, I would charge. QT. Charge. It's two QTs. It's a QT 731, I think, and a QT Social Club. That's why I was getting mixed up. Yes, charge the card, honey. You left before your appointment. Your feelings don't pay my bills. Yes, because the appointment time was saved for them. They left, which wasted your time and cost you money. Yes, last minute cancellation fee. Could have had someone else on my check. I'm charging based on whatever my policy is. So since she just upped and left, and it's last minute, so last minute cancel, so that's 50% of the service. You charging a card. And people think I'm strict, and I'm not. I'm fair. I'm fair. And for people who want to run your business the way they want to run it, they think you a B or whatever. No, I'm fair. And I'll be telling y'all think I'm something. Y'all go to these other nail techs and see what it is. Y'all, some of y'all need to just stick with the discount salons and get them discount looking nails. The agreement was established before they made the decision to leave you without servicing them and left before their appointment. You're right. Deposit before booking it, that's a charge. There was no issue, but the client being upset that she couldn't start ahead of time. You saying I'm keeping the deposit. Leon Dreams do not play, honey. She said, I'm charging you 50% and I'm keeping your deposit. It's out of your hands after they left. The client should have stayed when you told them you could still take them. Yeah, because you're not late. You just didn't start early. I sure would charge the card. It's above me now. You see, y'all wasn't thinking about that little twist, were you? I was waiting to see if somebody would say that part. Like every time I do these case studies, I'm like, aha, but there's a plot twist. Did you think about this? Nobody mentioned that part because if in this situation with me, there is a card on file or there is a deposit lingering in the air. What do I do with this person's card? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, here come Lynn again. Lynn is fired up over there. Lynn over there typing like Medea. What Lynn say this time? Period. And it's hard out here and clients think it's a game. Yeah. People don't care about it like that. This is their nails, but they don't understand it's like a job. It's like you going to work every day. Your boss keeps sending you home. And people don't understand that. When you show up, when you do something like that to a nail tech or a hairstylist or a barber, anybody who goes by appointments and you do something like that, it's like going to work, getting up, getting dressed, getting showered up, driving through traffic, all of that, dropping your kids off and then getting to work and they send you home. And they keep doing that. You couldn't afford to keep doing that. You just couldn't. So we're going to watch this little commercial. Watch the commercial. This is my commercial. I made it, y'all. Things I do in quarantine. And then I'm going to say my final, what happened to me. Okay, here we go.
Now available at www.shecagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.shecagobeautysource.com.
www. You like my commercial? Pedicure spray is flying off the shelf. People like it. I was having some problems shipping it at first, but it's all good now. Everything is tight and we have no issues. So check out the pedicure spray. It's really, really good. It's really pH balanced for the skin. It's not acidic and it really, really, really penetrates. You'll like it. It's a good antiseptic too. It has antiseptic properties. Okay. Muni just sitting there laughing and Lynn is too because you're a beast, honey. Ugh. Have you had where clients try to dispute the charge after you charge their card? That has never happened to me. That has not happened to me yet. So true. Prepping and setting up for a no-show is so terrible. Yes. And I can't stand, the worst thing ever is to get up and get up out the bed early in the morning for a person who don't show up. If you do that to me early or I don't care if it's the afternoon because I can sleep, honey. If I have a clear day, I'm going to sleep as long as I can. I usually have stayed up all night if I can wake up late. If you have me get up out my bed and I don't have to, you're getting charged. I could have stayed in the bed. So that's like the worst because I am not a morning person. Never have been since I was a kid. It's like a job and you call out 5 minutes before your shift starts. Exactly. And people would not keep a job that kept doing that to them. But for us, we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be cool. I guess because I think what it is, a lot of people think we need their money. But, this is why I always say you got to have your proper branding in place because once you build your brand, you have your name out there, you just go to the next person. You don't have to keep bending and putting yourself in a bad position, to please people and bend over backwards for people. Now, I'm going to be honest with you in this situation. To me, I'm going to go back to the beginning. The problem was I'm a little uncomfortable with my back and everything. That's why I keep moving around. But the problem is a few things. See, the problem is just like I did in the pre-video a few days ago. The problem is it's a 5-minute window here, and clients will show up early because what happens is we got to give the client some credit too. So I appreciate a person that's on time. And some people don't want to waste your time. And because they don't want to waste your time, they'll leave out the house a little bit too early. Or they, like for me, it's a lot of trains around me. It's 4 trains from the expressway to my house. So they know that. So they may leave out too early, or they were expecting traffic and they ended up getting to my house too early. So they'll reach out to me and say that. And especially new clients who have a deposit on file, they know that their money is online or they know their card is on file. So they don't want to mess it around. So I get what everybody is saying, but like I said, I try to be a fair person. So before I make a decision, I try to look at it from both ends, right? So I get why people will show up early. Can't help it. Sometimes people are catching an Uber or they're being dropped off by somebody, different things like that. So I'm not mad so much that they showed up a few minutes early. So, we got to kind of look at it from that angle. What would tick me off is if the person tried to just leave, because I had a client that did that before. She showed up 15 minutes early, and I had a very tight day. Like I was back to back to back to back to back. And I know how to keep up with my day, or if I see it falling behind, I'll start calling people in advance to see if it's okay that I may be running behind. So they may have, you can go do some other things, but I never let my books really run stupid behind. That rarely happens, because if my books are running stupid behind, it's because of one of my clients. It's not something I did. Okay. And if it's something I did, I'm going to give you a discount or something, but that rarely, barely ever happens. But I don't let it get to that point. The second part is, it's what a lot of people said too. When you get a person like that and they do something like that, on the other hand, of people showing up a few minutes early, if they did that, to me, I feel like I've dodged a bullet. Because that woman who showed up 15 minutes early, she was like, what did she say? She's like, well, I'm at the door. And I'm like, okay, well, I just buzzed her in or whatever. And then I met her at the door. I'm like, well, I'm still working. I said, you're a little early. I'm still working on finishing this person up, but you can come in if you want. She was early. She was like 15 minutes early, but I was still working on the last person. And she was just like, oh, well, I'll just wait like that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call you when I want you to come up or whatever. And then I get a text message from her saying that she was gonna leave and I was unprofessional. I'm like, you were early, so people are strange like that. Then I had another situation where a lady, these were both new clients though. See, new people do this. New lady, I wasn't home that day and she was coming, I think at 3:00. I had to go do something with my car. And I was coming down the street. So like, let's say her appointment was at 3:00. It was 2:53. I want to say it was like 7 minutes, 2:53. And I called her like, are you outside? She's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm outside. I think I'm at the right place. I'm like, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're at the right place. I'm pulling up now. Well, you're not here. I'm like, I'm pulling up. I'm right down the street. But see, in that scenario, when people hear somebody saying right down the street, most people lie when they say they're down the street and they're like 20 minutes away. But I was literally like 2 lights down. I would have been there on the dot. But she got mad and said, well, I'm about to go because I had an appointment at 3:00 and I'm here. So, if I said, and I kept trying to explain to her, but when she started getting the attitude with me, I was like, okay. Because at this point, I don't even want to fool with you because you're tripping for nothing. You get what I'm saying? And then with clients and time, even though I want people to be on time, people be late, or sometimes people just pulling up at 1:05 or 1:06. I'm not like, you need to be up here 1. No, I don't say nothing because, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like and most of my people, we always let each other know. We touch bases with each other. Like, hey, I'm down the street, I'm around the corner, or the train was blocking me or whatever. We do that. But when a person, initially does that with me, I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag, and I don't care. So with both of those clients, I did not charge their card. Now, that second lady with the 7 minutes, I told her, I said, well, there's a fee if you leave. I'm telling you, I'm right down the street. She started getting belligerent with me and cursing and acting real nasty. And I said, I remember this now. I said, ma'am, don't worry about it. I won't charge your card. I know you won't, because if you do, my bank, I'll be there. I said, ma'am, you're okay. Don't you worry about it. You have a good day. Click. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get it? So I didn't even charge both of those people. What I did do is I blocked both of those people though. Immediately. I blocked the first lady because she was petty, because she was right there at the door. She could have came in, and that's a person who would have been nitpicking me to death. Because if you nitpicking me to death about you not being able to come get started 15 minutes early, you would have definitely nitpicked me about everything else. The second lady was just she had a nasty attitude, and I don't need that energy around me. Both y'all keep your money and shove it right up in the crack and wipe your butt with it and put it up in there. It's whatever. So I don't know where people get that from. You gonna need me before I need you, baby. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't charge them. I just want a little red. I forgot I was on YouTube. I'm just staring off, just thinking about what happened. You said, have I ever had clients they tried to dispute the charge after they? No, I have not. No, I have not. Nope, I have not. If that were to happen, they're just gonna get blocked. Because I'm not about to be going through all that for that little fee. You're just going to get blocked. You need the money obviously more than I did, but you're not going to sit up there and be wasting my time either. I don't even want to fool with you. So true. Prepping and setting up for no show is so terrible. Yeah. So that did happen to me. Now that I think about it, a couple times in the past couple years. You said it happened to you so much this summer. See, I don't let it go that far. If a person, well, when people show up early, typically I'm gonna say I don't like my first appointment. I don't like people to show up too early because I think Muni said it earlier. I'm eating. I'm eating. I'm checking some emails. I'm returning some calls. I'm answering some people's questions. I'm just cleaning up. I'm taking a Zen moment because I had a long day. Just because you come early don't mean you get to hop on my chair early. And especially because the way I work, I don't have room. I purposely don't have room for anybody. There's nowhere to sit. And you're not going to come sit in my personal space. And my room has no room for anybody but the person who is in there. So where are you going to sit? You're going to stand there? And I don't like people to come too early too, because what happens is when people come too early, they'll say, oh, girl, take your time. But you feel awkward because they sitting there staring at you. Even if you said, okay, I'm just going to eat this food. Oh, go ahead and eat. But now you feel awkward, like you got to hurry up and eat. And even though you had 20 minutes or 15 minutes to really chew your sandwich, because they sitting there staring at you, you feel like you need to hurry up and eat the sandwich. And you can't even digest it properly. We be needing task to kumbaya our day and get on to the next part. But people don't get that when they show up super early, super duper early, or just early period. I don't know. It's going to happen. If you all keep working in this industry, it's going to happen to you at some point. You said when you work from home, some people have a hard time taking you as a business rather than a kitchen cosmetologist. Funny you mentioned that because I've been seeing that around lately. Like somebody will be talking about something and then they'll say something. Oh, well, she work out of her house, so it'll be like something to the point, to the effect of, because the person doesn't work out of their home, they're not to be taken as seriously. And I don't know where people get that goofiness from, because if home-based business were not a real thing, then the IRS wouldn't be acknowledging it, would they? We wouldn't have deductions that we could take for a home-based business if it were not a legit thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But this case, in my two cases that I can remember, I did not charge their card, but I blocked those people. I do not remember them or know them. I don't like people to show up too early though, because only time, see, you got to get a rapport with your clients, because after so long, me and my clients, my regulars, we don't have that problem. We be touching base with each other. They'll be like, they may text like, you know what, I finished such early. Can you take me now? If I can, I'm like, sometimes it's good because I don't know, I finished early, or the person didn't get a pedicure because they stubbed their toe, so I only did the hands. Something like that happened. So I'm like, I'm way ahead of schedule and I want to go out tonight. So if they text me and say, hey, I'm real close, Are you free? I may say, come on, you know, but for a person to come and try to put that on you or demand that of you, that's rude, that's inconsiderate. And if the person does that to you, it may not even be, to me, worth it to try to charge them, because I'm probably sure they're going to try to dispute the charge. More than likely, they're going to try to dispute it, even though you would be right. I just don't feel like being bothered. And I don't feel like the smear campaign and all of that. I'd rather let you go because you're the one looking for a new nail tech. See, when you get yourself to a certain point, or hair, whatever, you're not in shortage. You should never be in shortage. They're in shortage. You're looking. I'm not looking. I'm filling in empty slots, but I'm not looking. You're looking. You don't have I'm telling you, they don't have an overage of people. That's why they're trying you out, because they're trying to find somebody. You should have an overage of people. When you brand yourself and you get a brand, it's like you're fitting in a slot that I have available. So I'm just saying, I don't worry about it too much. That has happened to me. I didn't charge them. I don't even care. I just keep it moving. I might seem cocky to some people. And you know what? Maybe it's my old age. I am cocky to a certain degree because I believe in myself. I got high self-esteem. And a lot of people need to get their self-esteem together, period. Because you can have people have low self-esteem in life, but you got to have high self-esteem, period. And you got to have high self-esteem in this business, because you're going to run into a lot of different personalities, and people try to bully you, run over you, make you feel like you're not good enough. Your prices is too high, it's too this, too that. You got to act like you all at some times, because they will have your self-esteem. Clients that have your self-esteem down here too. Clients could be emotionally and psychologically abusive too. So I didn't charge those people because I didn't want to deal with them no more. You know how some people will say, you can have it for free. You give somebody something for free. It's like, why'd you just get it to them for free? Because they just bought their freedom. That was the price of freedom. Be free. Be free. Because you would have stressed. I could already tell you would have stressed me out. If it wasn't today, you was gonna stress me out 3 appointments later. Some people ain't worth it. Find the good fit for you. Find a really good fit for you. It's thousands of women in your area, no matter where you are. Somebody's sending me some stock tips. I'm into the stock market, honey. But it's always the next person. And not even to sound nasty, but man, don't let people just run over you. That's silly. You know what it is too? What I find funny, a lot of these people, they either bounced around from person to person to person to person and couldn't find anyone. But before they even started trying to find one of us, they were in a discount salon sitting there waiting. And even if they say, pick your color, and then you go sit down somewhere, sometimes they have you pick your color, and you go sit at Station 5, you go sit there, and they still don't get to you. They just did that to lock you in so you don't walk out the door. And people will sit there and wait for 15, 20 minutes or whatever to one of them become free to come sit in the chair. You didn't trip on them, So this case study was very straightforward, but people went on and on and on in the Facebook group about it because it sounds simple, but it's kind of stressful because it's like, technically you could charge them. Technically you could, but I would say technically block their butt. That's why I keep saying, get you an online booking system. The online booking system saves you so much headache. Some of these people, I'm going to tell you, it's been so many people since I've been here back in Chicago for 3 years, right? 3 years, yeah. Wait, it's 2020, 4 years. It's been 4 years. Some of these people have really did something where I never even got a chance to meet them or see them. I don't even know how they look because they did something so foul that I just instantly blocked them. I have had people try to cancel on me at the last minute, very last minute. I don't get it so much anymore because I have my books pretty full with regulars. But when I was trying to build books, you got to weed them people out. So many people tried that cancel at the last minute or some lame excuse, whatever. I don't care. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Wow, I'm sorry that happened to you. But you do know that there's a fee. And then they try to get an attitude and then they'll hurry up and block their card. Now that had happened a lot. People will hurry up and go block their card on you, or there's probably no money on there anyway. If it's blocked or it don't go through, I send them a text saying, hey, I wasn't able to charge your fee. If I don't get a response, they're blocked. And then if they say, oh, I don't know why it's not going through, acting crazy like they don't know why it's going through, I'll say something like, okay, but understand I cannot do any further. I cannot service you until that is paid. Okay, but You take care, or you take care of that, or I hope that works out well. They usually don't respond when I say that, because I'm telling you, I'm not doing shit for you until you pay me my money. And I don't play with that. But actually, usually what happens, I end up blocking them, because they not a good fit. If you started out with me doing that, you're gonna keep doing that. And that's all I got to say about it. You have to have a tough skin. Yeah, this business is not for the weak, because people will run over you. It's not worth the aggravation. It's not. Noreen's old here. She already know. I ain't calling you old girl, but you better. You don't want to start getting anxiety over who is coming to the chair next. No, you do not. Just weed through the people fast as hell. Stop trying to work with everybody and being a flex with everybody, whatever. And just next, next, next. I always notice that people take anything from the chop shops and want fireworks from us. That's what I'm saying. These same people were going to the chop shops, discount salons at one point, and sitting there waiting. We'll sit there and wait for 30, 45 minutes. And then when they finally call their name, they tell them to go sit in the chair, and they still don't get to them. I've been through that, so I know. I see it happen all the time. You said, do you think we should charge a non-refundable fee upon booking to avoid customers like that? So I don't know what video it was. I forgot. Maybe somebody could tell you. But I've explained this about charge. Some people do charge, deposits. I don't charge deposits. And I explained the reason why I don't is because sometimes people really do want, I try to be fair. I'm just fair. I'm just trying to think of it from both ends. Sometimes people do want to come to you, but they don't have $25 that day. They want to come to you next Friday for wherever they're going that weekend. If they don't have $25 today, but they know that you are busy and they need to book it today, else they're not going to be able to get in. So to me, sometimes nail techs can block some of their money coming through by charging deposits. And that is something that people complain about. Not everybody has $25 today. They're going to have it on the day that they book with you, but they don't have it today. So that's why I always just say card on files. That's to me being fair. I'm being fair to me, and I'm trying to be understanding and open for you. But if you really serious, at least put your card on file. It's like an empty deposit. So if you mess up this opportunity I'm trying to be fair with, then you can't come to me, because I think that that's fairer than most. So that's why I don't charge, but you have to put a card on file to book with me. And that goes for regulars and everybody. And I have people that's been coming to me for a long time, and they just say something like my card is not working or something. I still be wanting the card on file, because I've had regulars here and there try to pull it. And if you pull it with me and it's a day I needed the money, or it's a day I had something to do, or it's a day I could have stayed in bed, I still will charge you. I don't care if you've been coming to me for 2 years. It's business. It's the fee. It's the fee. It's you compensating me for wasting my damn time. So I don't charge upfront. Like you always say, they often forget where they came from. They always come back. Ha ha. Yeah, people come back and forth. But I'm gonna tell you something. I guess because I'm getting old or whatever, I don't know. But I don't be wanting certain people back. And I've had people try to come back, and I'll be like, I just don't think we're a good fit. And we tried this already. I just don't think we're a good fit. And then I might try to remember some people, like maybe you might want to try this place or this place. And then what's so stupid? And I guess because I'm young, they're younger than me. I don't know, because I don't care. I don't care. People at that point act like they don't like you anymore. Why do you have an attitude with me? Like, it's just business. It's just real talk. I don't think we're a good fit. You left, you got mad about something, you left, then you came back, then you got mad at something again, you left and came back. We're not a good fit. We don't have to be enemies. We're just not a good fit. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned for you. You need somebody younger and edgier. That's fine, because I'm getting older and I need somebody that's more calm. You get what I'm saying? But it's like people be acting like when you have that issue, it's a beef. It's not beef. The mature part of you should just be like, yeah, I get it. Okay. I'll be like, okay, well, check this person out, check that person out, or whatever. I don't know, but I don't want to be making you upset and taking your money. And I do feel like that. I don't want nobody to feel like, I don't ever want people to come in my chair and feel like they're not getting their money's worth over and over and over. Like they're doing me a favor. You're not. If you're not happy, go someplace else. If I'm not fulfilling you, go someplace else. Because you're probably not fulfilling me as a client. Like you stress me out as a client. You give me anxiety as a client. Like somebody say anxiety. Bad clients will give you anxiety. And you do not want a book full of people that give you anxiety. Then you start to hate nails. No. Noreen said, yes, they will. They send chop shots with roaches crawling around them. We have an issue if you have a standard. Look, hello, hello, hello. This thing on? She said it. Hello, Carnival Nails. You're late, you're late, you're late. Did you hit the notification bell? You say I use the empty deposit first, but if you flake, you must book with a deposit. See, my empty deposit, when you don't show up, that I'm charging that card. It's on file. But you all got to give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. Oh, my God. So when I say, sorry about that, by the way. When I say empty deposit, I just mean card on file. You're going to get charged. I don't do no shows. If there is a no show or a very last minute cancellation, less than 24 hours, the 24 or 12, I forget. But if it's a last minute cancellation or no show, one or two things going to happen. You're going to pay me or you're going to get blocked until you pay me. That's it. Either way, you either ain't never coming to me ever or you're going to pay me. Either way, I'm going to get my money. If I ever see you again, some money got to come to me. I'm sorry. No, all these people that do that to you, they would never keep going to a job that did that to them, ever. And this is my job. So, like Mindy Mind said, thank you so much. Make sure you guys like, share the video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to post notifications on. Thank you so much, Mindy Minds. You own it, girl. So I'm going to give you all a second. That was the case study. It's very simple, but believe it or not, it's a little deeper than that. And the big question was, do you charge the card? That, to me, that's the big question. What happens to this deposit or this card? So, hello. So hey, Sharice Lincoln. So when do you charge the card? When you do charge the card, is it a full amount or $20, $25, $50 amount? Well, my booking page already explains all of that. When they come to the booking page, it explains how things go. It's not super long, but it's like no kids, no extra people. You need the card on file. If you do this, do that, is 20. Me is 25. I started out with 20. Then I took it up. I'm like, you need to go up. Everything has gone up. So you need to take the price up. So mine is $25. They get charged $25. $25. Some people charge 50% of the service. Most people who are using Style Seat, majority of the people on Style Seat charge 50% of the service. So me charging 25 is really being nice. And me not asking for a deposit up front is being nice, because I know people that charge a deposit up front and they charge 50% of the service if you don't show up. So they're going to get $25 usually up front. And if you don't show up, if the service was, let's say you get a sew-in, it was $200. So if you don't show up, they're going to charge your car another $75. So they got 25 plus another 75. So they got 50% of the service, $100 of that $200 for you not showing up. That's how a lot of people do it on Style Seat. I do not prefer appointments, only walk-ins. First come, first serve. See? And if it's you in a busy, high traffic area, then that could work too. It just depends. So that was the case study for today. What I would like to do is I'm going to leave the floor open for like just a few seconds. So if anyone has any questions or, just want some advice from myself or the other nail techs in the room, or there are probably some clients in the room too, you could go ahead and ask your question now. Go ahead. I'm going to leave the floor open. y'all think about this pricing? You know, people were getting upset. At one point, there was some things floating around on the internet about a pandemic fee. Restaurants, I've seen a pandemic fee. People were talking about charging pandemic fee because it's costing more money. The cost of business has actually gone up for us. The cost of business has gone up for everyone across the board. All this Lysol and wipes and extra soap and extra hand sanitizer and products have gone up. Alcohol alone has gone up from $7 to $8 a gallon to $20, $25 in some places a gallon. How much do people expect us to absorb the cost? I'm looking like maybe I need to go up. But the only reason why I haven't is because I just did increase right before all this happened. But I'm like, some products have gone up dramatically, drastically, dramatically. Like it's ridiculous. And if this keeps happening, that's a whole nother conversation. But inflation is what I'm going to say. You should charge no less than the least expensive service you provide. Time is money. Slightly off subject. No, that's never happened to me. Have you ever had a family member or friend that wanted their nails done, but you didn't want to pay? How did you address it? Girl, you gotta go back and look at some of my early videos. Lord, it's the 4-hour videos and stuff. Yes, all the time. Over the years, people stopped asking me so much because I had to start speaking up and stating my position. Do not come asking me for your nails to be done when you broke. When you got money to do everything else you want to do. You're out traveling, you're shopping, you're out at the club, popping bottles, holding up drinks, new clothes, new outfit, and your nails be done in them damn pictures. I didn't do them nails, so don't come over here acting broke. And I say it like that. Like, don't get around me, act like you ain't got it. You be having money for stuff. And to be honest with you, we don't owe these people a discount because if people really want to support your business, they would pay you, not ask for a discount. And there's some memes around about that. If people really support you, they wouldn't ask for a discount. You could offer it if you want, or you could hook them up with some extra stuff. But just because I know you don't mean I owe you anything. To me, that's like, you're only coming to me because you can pay less, because you know I'm good and you can pay less. Because you probably know somebody just as good as me, but you know how much you're going to have to pay them. You see? So that's why I always tell people, do not build a business around friends and family. Do not do that because it's going to give you a headache and it's going to ruin some relationships because they're never, most 90% of them are never going to want to pay you your worth. I even have somebody in my family who constantly sees what I go through with other people. And then they did a no call, no show. And they said, oh, I forgot. You gonna charge me? They knew, but they didn't want to pay me either. And they did not. I said, well, if you want to pay me, you could pay me the fee because you know what I go through. Do you think that person sent me the money? Hell no. Oh, okay. I would be broke and homeless and a bum on the street if I waited on people I knew. I really like strangers. Strangers are easier. They respect the business more. The funny thing is, them same strangers probably do their family and friends the same way. Business with strangers is best. I'm just saying. Hi, I've been watching for a while now. I start school on the 4th. Can you please give some tips from everyone? I love your vibe, Shecago. You also have the book. Yes. And I hope you following that book in order because people just be reading through. You're supposed to sign the contract and do week 1 and have a completion date. But congratulations on the 4th. Okay. So 2021 going to be a great year for you. QT said, turn on your no post notifications and make sure you allow push notifications. Allow notifications to push to your phone from the YouTube app. Oh, thank you. Thank you, QT Social Club. I'm just trying to see if there are some tips here. You probably read them. But I will tell you the first one is while you're in school, do not expect the school to show you how to do nails. The schools are in place mostly for you to learn the book portion of being a licensed professional, which is super just as important. And then You're going to have to really teach yourself. The best way to teach yourself is through consistency. And then you use friends and family if they want to be the practice people. And even then, you should make them tip you something. Tell them that you not charging them, but you just want a kit fee to keep your supply stocked because stuff is expensive. So whatever they want to tip, they should not be tipping you $2-3. They should be tipping you something decent. So you can just say, let me practice on you, let me practice on you, just practice on everybody you know, and say you would just pay me a kit fee, which is basically just helping me keep my supplies going. Because school not going to teach you. They not. And even if you, this is another tip, even if you do know how to do acrylic really, really well, do not take school for granted in terms of them teaching you the basics of manicures and pedicures, because most, not most, but a lot of nail techs that I know, they can do a mean acrylic, but they cannot polish a damn nail to save their life. They cannot do a manicure to save their life. And that's how I was, because I was self-taught initially. And so once I really got into the spas and different things, because you can do that with your license, you will learn that there's a whole nother side to nails that you can go into, because life is like this. And if you go over into that world, you'll feel like you starting all over again if you don't really learn the basics of how to cut back and clip cuticles and make a nail look super neat and make it last, because it's just as much money in the spa side of the business as it is in the acrylic side. And the acrylic side does like this. It trends up and down every 10 years. So those are my little tidbits and pieces of real advice. Explain to them you're using the product on them. If you are afraid, charge them full price, at least charge a fee. See, Muni is another veteran in the industry. At least charge a fee. A good word is kit fee. Strangers will respect you and pay. Family asks for discounts. Yep. And it's like, it's insulting. It's insulting because the same people be out paying everybody else regular price. Everybody else. Bianca be, oh, okay. You'll learn quick. Sometimes the folks close to you are the worst clients. They'll scrape you. Yep. It's sad to say that, and it sounds negative to some people because they're not in the industry. But they don't, a lot of people can't really wrap their mind around this being our job. They just be like, oh, you made money today. It's just $35, just $10 difference, but that be adding up if you keep doing it for everybody. And that's your car note, that's your rent. You will see if you do this full time, you will start counting those tens and fives and all that. That 10 and that 5 and that 10 and that 5 you gave up that day, that was a whole tank of gas, that you just let slide by. You said, I'm still in school and so many of my friends and family try to use me for free nails, shaking my head as if the products we use are not expensive. Mm-hmm. You can weed that out quickly. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward because some people only come around when they want their nails done. And I don't know why I kept doing that, but I just kept feeling like I need to give everybody a discount. I don't know why. They pay everything else they do out throughout the day. They pay the regular price. Just because you know me, you should want to come spend with me first. But people don't think like that. And I'm going to hook people I know up anyway. I hook my regular clients up anyway, but I don't like that. Don't be holding it over my head that I got to hook you. I don't have to hook shit up. It's business. I don't. So, anyway. That's enough curse words for this one video. They're going to be like, you're blocked. I want to do it at home, but I don't have a separate restroom. I have a room 180 by 10, a separate entrance. If it's a separate entrance, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I will tell you this too. Some of you all don't want to pay a booth rent or whatever, but here's another idea. Just from my experience, that things could have changed because I have not been in somebody's salon for a long time, but here's an idea. Try a barbershop. Barbershops may be cheaper and they might like having a nail tech there. If you can control the scent, because they really like the idea of doing a man's nails, and barber shops like having a manicurist, but manicurists don't really think about working in barbershops these days. But I think the rent might be a little bit cheaper than a traditional salon. It might not be the fanciest environment, but it is another option. And so a lot of barbershops have extra space that they're not using. Not all, but some. Yes, I moved across the states and started out doing nails, and family moved back home. Are like, I can't wait for you to do my nails. And I said, oh yeah, I would love to. I'll get my prices out soon. And then crickets. Exactly. Because they think it's your hobby or something, like you painting a picture to put up on the wall. You start talking about, okay, well, I'm gonna send you the link. It's like they start looking at you weird. And they try to make you feel weird, but you're making me feel awkward because you're basically kind of begging. I'm just gonna say the word. I don't really care anymore. I don't even give a anymore. Like whatever. It is what it is. I'm the one that's I'm insulted. You can't feel no, I'm insulted. Bye. Yup, they didn't show me about nails, only safety. That's just as important. Because I said in the last live, you gotta know what you're doing. Everybody out here, so I see people every single day in these Facebook groups talking about this. Is my first set of nails. I just bought my materials last week. And they trying to do long nails out here with all this goop on it. Don't know nothing about the skin and nothing. They gonna end up hurting somebody. I'm telling you, people are gonna be out here hurting people, stabbing up people with diabetes, getting people, in serious trouble with their diabetes, having antibiotics have to be taken and all this stuff because everybody just want to start out and just go right to the long nails with all these joints, and don't want to learn nothing. So that's important. Sure. And people don't tell you I'm diabetic. I'm a severe diabetic, or people don't tell you I'm allergic to this or that. And you got to ask questions. Oh, that's a nice license to have, a Cosmo license. You said, thanks. I'm really trying to stop working for the men. Okay. Men tip better too. Yep. You said you have the class, you have my nail class, and Miss Mommy rewatch it often. Yes. That class right there breaks it down. And it's funny because the polishing class I'm going to do something very similar to that class. And the class she's talking about is not the book. She's not talking about the book. She's talking about great acrylic every time. And it goes specifically over how to lay a proper acrylic and some things that no one ever talks about in getting to that point of laying proper acrylic. So I'm so glad you enjoy and you keep it forever. Keep that class forever, one-time fee. Yeah, nobody thinks about working in the barbershops anymore. Oh my God, please get into it. Instagram is really taking it to another level. Nails be looking crazy. Yeah, I see people all the time. This is my first set. How did I do? And I'm like, you need to learn how to lay acrylic. It's like glitter on this nail. It's like a whole conglomeration of everything they bought on one set that they never did nails before on. And I'm like, this stuff, this is what kind of ticks me off about the industry because it's enough room for everybody, but I don't want people coming to this industry just jumping in and jumping straight to the fun part. Learn the craft because you mess it up for real serious people like me. You get what I'm saying? And when people that come in and don't really take it seriously or want to do the work, anytime anybody comes into any industry doing that, they mess it up for everybody. It don't happen overnight. It happens over time. I'm telling you. So I'm like, y'all need to be educating yourself. My daughter is a barber she teaches microblading and she opens her studio tomorrow. Congratulations. See, people are blowing up in this pandemic. Not everyone's struggling. Like people are really taking the time to go after their dreams with all this extra time, less distractions. Yeah. I finally made a separate page on Instagram. See, now you got to set up a schedule to post. I don't know if you don't, but I'm just saying if you don't, start. Congratulations, Everlasting Life. You said client record cards are still a good idea and it opens up all the questions about the current health. I don't know. Well, about the health and the history, we're going to say. So yeah, the client cards, that's real old school. But even if you just verbally get into a habit of asking, you allergic to anything, you have high blood pressure, diabetes, are you pregnant? If a person is doing a pedicure, things like that matter. They clearly know that is not their first set. I'll be man looking at some of them nails. Well, those are the people that just be looking for clout and they be really good. But they're, the people that have they're just, you want to be nice to these people. It's like a hot mess. They can't even it's polished it's all on the skin and everything. It's piles of glitter. It don't even like it's dry because there's so much stuff on there. They're like, how did I do it? I'm like, You did everything. You used everything you have, everything you bought in the past month and put it on one set. How about to start with the basics? Everybody want to be a success overnight. Nothing worth having. It doesn't happen overnight. In the past health, yeah. So it's just crazy. It is. It is. Ugh. So okay, I'm gonna tell you all something because I looked over here and this has been sitting here for a long time. I want to get rid of this because I said this here and I have a lot of this and I want to get rid of some of it. I want to get rid of some of it. I'm just gonna throw this out here. If somebody wants to grab it, you can. This is not even planned, but it's just been sitting over here on my massage table forever, and I have a lot of it. I'm gonna auction this off really, 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 really quick. Nobody grabs it, nobody grabs it, but it's basically gonna be a real, real deal. So here we go. I have a lot of this from the pandemic when people couldn't find stuff, and I had a connection to get some stuff, but I'm just like trying to get rid of the rest of it. So this is some clear liquid. It's some low. It says low odor, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. To me, it's not low odor, but it is nail liquid just to have extras. You know, sometimes you spill the last of your good stuff, so it's always have a backup of everything. And then this is the big clear OPI Absolute. This is the big one. This is the largest one that they sell. This is the 300 gram, 10 ounce, 10.6 ounce absolute powder. And I want to get rid of this. So I am selling the both of these. I'm starting this off at $50. $50 for both. Now I can tell you, if you go online, you're not going to find this probably no lower than 75. This powder, just the powder. But I want to get rid of these because I have numerous jars and bottles of this. So I need to start getting rid of that. The front part of my hat is just the hat. Look at my hair. Just the hat that I always wear. It's just showing the back of it. It's just showing the back. It's just showing the back. So this was sitting over here. So does anyone want to get this for $50? It's not even posted up. I just looked over and I was like, you need to get rid of that. It keeps sitting here. And I never auction it off. Because I have numerous. So I have this available for $50 if someone wants it. And this is clear. I don't know if I said that. The absolute clear OPI powder, the large one, is really big like that. But if not, I'll keep it because powder lasts forever. As long as moisture doesn't get into it, it's fine. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, also, I just got the phone with this young lady right here, Miss Dakara, the taxonista. She's going to be speaking to everyone really, really soon about your taxes and everything. So stay tuned because she's going to be addressing people in the beauty industry specifically about things that you should know. She is very experienced. She owns several businesses in the financial industry. She's been a national trainer for a national brand, literally traveling the world, for this company. And she has worked for many celebrities handling their tax business and their business structuring. So I just got off the phone with her and I'm going to Atlanta soon. So we will be getting together and putting together a video for you so she can answer some of your questions really quick. So yeah. Okay. Just to let you know. Brandon it's the first time I've seen in the back. Oh yeah. I need a new one because this thing is soggy. I have put it in the washing machine and everything. I have. But you see how soggy it is? It's like womp, womp, womp. This is my good work hat. When I'm working, I don't care about being cute. I don't wear makeup or nothing. Maybe some concealer, but I'm just focused. Wait. Okay. So that was that. Are there any other questions? Are there any questions? Real quick, just think about it.
Now available at www.shecagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.shecagobeautysource.com.
Yeah, you can get the branding on the back because when you're walking, like especially if you're walking through the mall or something, people will walk up to you. Like they'll want to see what they're booking you for. So I'm thinking like when I'm walking in busy places like the mall or you're outside someplace busy, people you can be advertising. You can you can put stuff on the side of your hat. I do nails. I do this. Book me now. Put your Instagram. Follow me on here. You can do that. Use the hat up. It's free space. You know, it's space you need to be using. So yeah. Okay. I think I've answered everyone's question for now, right? I think so. You said I'm gonna bring her on. That's the only person I trust to touch my stuff. I'm planning to go right back to school to get my teacher's license. Yep. That's good to have too, because you never know. I mean, when you get older, you can always teach. They're always looking for teachers. Teachers don't make as much, but it's still like it'll be something stable. So yeah. Or you can always open your own school or give out CEU hours. So there's it's so many options in this industry. So many, so many, so many. I think that's it, right? I try to give it a few seconds because I know that there's a little bit of a lag on here. I know. And people are texting me. Yeah, I got to think of what I want the next case study to be. I don't know. So much to talk about. But I think I think we've handled everything today. I think that was a really good case study. I really appreciate everyone's support. Please don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, all that good stuff. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Okay. Thank you. Bye.